my name is I'm here at JTech, and I'm going to show you how to check the windshield wiper and washer systems on this 2003 Mercury Grand Marquis. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to test the wiring harness on the wiper motor. And basically on ours, on this Grand Marquis, the motor is all the way down here. And to get to the motor, you have to take the windshield wipers off and this panel off, and there looks to be another panel under this. The way you take the windshield wipers off is a little bit more complicated than most. Most you would just lift up this cap and there'd be a nut right here and it just bolts on. This one has a little clip that you pull, and then you pull on this and pull up and it'll pop off. We were having a little complication getting both of them off because that one is a little seized, but basically we unhooked the wiring harness and we have our voltmeter all hooked up. It's grounded and it's all hooked up to the power on the wiring harness, and I'll show you how to test the motor for ohms over there in a few. Basically you just come over here and turn on your multimeter, range it to volts. Does it look fine without the light on, or okay? And should be it's getting 13.4 volts. So that shows that our wiper motor wiring harness does work. We know that our motor does work, and that's basically it. Okay, so now our wiper motor is a little bit hard to get to, so I'm going to show you how to test the resistance in a motor that we have that's out of a vehicle. Here's we're testing the positive and negative of the motor. This is the reading that you should get, showing that it has some ohms going through it. A reading you should not get is something like that, or next to 0, because if you're getting that, that means there's no power going through here. That means there's no resistance and it's not working properly. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do the rear defrost, how to test it. Sadly, the one on the Grand Marquis didn't work, or we couldn't get it to function, so we're having to use this 2008 Hyundai Accent. We have a battery hooked up straight up to the system because the switch is bad. It does not work. It's not heated up yet, but if we take this test light, which is grounded out to your battery, and you just start going down, you see this one is working. See how whenever I hit it here, and then over here it works? There's a break in the system right in here. If you go along here, there's the break from here, and that's where it died. So your brake is going to be right in there. Now if we just keep testing these. We can see that so far, pretty much, most of them are good on this side. So now you're going to test this side. No power, no power, no power, no power, no power. So none of these are working right here so far. Now, there seems to be no brakes in the system, unless it's like up in here. Because we know the system is working. Basically how you get the heat, how it's generated is a positive and the negative meet in the middle, and it generates resistance. So it heats up your back window to get rid of all your fogginess in the early mornings. So now, once we've done that test with the test light, what we're going to do is we're going to hook up our multimeter like this and like this, turn it on the volts, Is it good without the light? My clamp came off. Then you just want to go right back down them, and you have 12 volts. 12 volts. So yeah, they're all reading the same voltage. And then we go down the middle. Nothing. Nothing. 11. So far, only one works in the middle. 2, 3, and 4. So the way, if yours has a break in the system, there's a solution to it, and it's there's 2 strips that go beside this so that you can get the line even, perfectly aligned, and it's a water-based silicone that you just brush on, let it dry, and you let it dry for about 24 hours or more before you start using your defrost system again. And what it'll do is it'll connect the 2 sides where there's a break in the middle so that you get your full voltage, and your window defrost should work as it is.